Our next speaker is Joachim Klinik. You expected him on the agenda earlier this morning, but he's very flexible. He helped us jump in right now so we can keep the agenda going. And he's the head of IoT Vertical Fleet, Transport and Logistics at T-Systems. T-Systems is T-Mobile, telecom, right? But it's not really, his work is not really telecommunication. It's more industry-specific applications for connected mobility. So we're taking what we talked about just now, just at the Q&A, even further, even deeper. Now, he has 20 years of experience in innovation. Also, he wants to take the conversation from vision to value add. And today he's going to tell us how we can take tech-driven IoT to an internet of users. So please help me welcome to the stage Joachim Klinik. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Yeah, hello everybody. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your interest. Today I would like to share a couple of thoughts and observations about, at least my opinion about IoT. This is why we are here. In detail, I would like to differentiate a bit between vision and what we see on conferences on the one hand and what we see in reality on the other hand. And why I believe we think we need a major mind shift. And then also show you with an example how to get from vision to reality or to real value add. That's at least my target for today. And let's start with today's situation, actually today on this conference, but also what you all see on newspapers, in the press, in the media. Everything that can be digitized will be digitized. You can draw a random sample of quotes about IoT, and you will get a lot of confirmation how big the hype is, how unbelievable the numbers are. Yeah, billions and billions of dollars and multi-billions of dollars to be made with IoT. Very soon, by the way, so some examples over here. It's a mega hype, and if I may say, in my opinion, it's also a big risk to become a true and a real big bubble. So this is vision. Yeah, this is the hype. This is the bubble. If we look at reality today, I think we're a little bit behind. Yeah, it is how many cars has Tesla sold so far? Yeah, how long are they in the press? The big heroes. How many cars have they resold? How far to mass market introduction is Apple, Google, or Uber with autonomous driving? Think about that. How many people have been killed or injured by using immature driving assistance systems, or just because drivers think the car will do everything for me? Yeah, versus how many people have been saved, or their lives, or saved before, saved of injuries, or how many people are really willing to benefit of 24/7 surveillance of their health parameters. And what you can see over here, the last one on the right lower corner. Why is insurance telematics below 1% market share? Below 1% market share, although it has been introduced more than 10 years ago. The technology is there. And so this is, for me, this is vision versus reality, and that has a reason. Everything has a lot of reasons, but one of these reasons is, and I think one of my four presenters has already shared this is a lack of customer and user centricity, in my opinion. IoT is a lot about IT, a lot about technology. When I came here actually and looked at the CEBIT topics and the guide to the halls, there were 47 topics, Only one topic was about the customer. Everything was technology. If you would try to look as an end customer or as a business user, where can I find something for me? You would have to know what can technology do for you. But it wasn't told to you when you came to here. You had to know, I'm looking for big data. I'm looking for whatever. And that's probably one of the reasons why IoT is not taking up as fast as we all expect. And then there is this myth about Apple. Apple is the most innovative, Apple is the most innovative tech company. That's the myth. And it's not true. It's not true. Apple is the most innovative customer experience company. They're not a tech, of course they use technology, but what they do is they deliver customer experience. And that's what we all need to think about and what we need to achieve. And when I say customer of IoT, we have two different customers. One of them being the business customer, so people in front of their whatever device, PC, mobile devices, trying to do their business, serving business processes, dealing with customers, dealing with machines, whatever, and they need business outcomes. Finally, they are measured whether sales goes up, whether profit goes up, whether processes can be optimized and improved, whether they have the right data to do their job. And on the other hand, we have end customers. Every product which has been produced, almost every, is finally serving an end customer. And of course, they look to customer experience. They want their life become easy, efficient, convenient. They want to do things everywhere, anytime. And this is, I think, what we need to change a bit in the discussion about IoT. All this fanciness of technology, all these breakthroughs, they need to serve business customers, deliver a business outcome, and also the end customer, and create customer experience. And I would like to share one example. How we try to do this at Deutsche Telekom. This is really down to earth. This is not the fancy stuff. In 10 years from now, we will fly to the moon. This is available today. And this is why I think we need to work on things which help in practical life. And this year, next year, the year after, is much more important than to think visions, what can be done in 2025 or 2030. This is a simple retrofit solution to connect cars which are not line-fitted connected. A smart device, an OBD2 dongle, you plug into your car. The dongle has a SIM card, sends data to our platform, which is operated in Germany. A lot of data privacy, security things from Deutsche Telekom. And then this platform delivers data to the business users, like fleet managers, like insurance companies, like dealers, importers, but also on an app or even through a portal to the end customer to see where I've been driven. Is my car stolen? Has someone bumped my car and then ran away? And stuff like that. So I don't want to go into the details and not do a product presentation. I want to nail down on one specific use case, and this is insurance telematics and the claims management process. As mentioned, insurance telematics so far has a market share in Germany of less than 1%. Technology is there, more than 10 years. So we have it, you could buy it, you can get it from your insurance. Still, a lot of people don't want it. Why is that the case? First of all, I would like to show you one of the tech breakthroughs we've come across. So we invested in a company, a startup from Switzerland, and they are able to fully digitize the process from a crash, accident, to the whole settlement of the cost for the repair. So as you see here, oops, this was the wrong, is there a, no pointer anyway. So this dongle over there has sensors on it with a high resolution, high frequency. When you have a car accident, this dongle will send a set of data to our backend, G-forces, and then this data will be translated into a precise picture of the damage at your car. So you can even calculate more or less exact in the same quality like a TÜV or DEKRA or whatever assessor, what it needs to repair the car. So which parts, how much paint, what are the costs. This is, in 1 minute, you know exactly the damage at the car and what the repair looks like. So you can imagine what process improvements that brings with a lot of calls between the customer, the insurance, and the repair shop can be shortcutted. Spare parts can be pre-ordered. The rental car and the whole repair can be streamlined, things like that, just to mention a few. So that is what this solution does. Clicking on the wrong. But let's start why insurance telematics so far is not successful. Yeah, we're still looking for reasons why IoT, in this case, it's here for 10 years or even more than 10 years. It's still not successful. Why is that the case? A typical insurance premium in the mass market, not young drivers, not professional taxi drivers, but in the mass market is roughly 400 euro. And the cost and also the revenue for an insurance company is the same, by the way, so they don't earn a lot of money with it. Now, if you introduce into insurance telematics, usage-based insurance, you can save roughly 10%. So the costs go a little bit down for the insurance company. At the same time, the solution costs are even higher. If you do it in a low-cost way, it's 70 euros per year. If you do a black box with installation, it's going above 100 euros per year. So at the end, you're getting higher in your costs. And at the same time, the end customer, so you driving a car, if your insurance goes to you and offers you that device, you will say, this is a big brother. Yeah, I don't want that. Many people say, I don't want to be surveyed by the insurance. Yeah, they just want to do things for their own sake, and I have no benefit. So what typically happens is the customer asks for a discount. Yeah, so insurance companies have to give you a discount so you use that device, and then they can get to the savings. And as you can see, so the costs go up on the one hand, and the revenue goes down. It doesn't pay off. Yeah, and there is a lot of resistance from the end customers. Now, with that innovation I showed before, with the crash management or claims management, the automated, we can further develop that picture. We take out roughly 100 euro per year just because of this accident digitization. Yeah, the claims management completely digitized. So that brings down the cost quite a bit. In addition, we have, of course, additional benefits of the solution, like we can minimize or limit theft or bumping, so hit and run topics. So there is a little bit of further savings. And then, probably the most important thing is our solution is not a big brother. It is bringing value add to the end customer. So it is perceived as a retrofit solution to make a car connected, which is not yet connected. So the customers are interested in this. We've done market research a lot, of course. We went down through a couple of use cases which are of interest. Yeah. So this is why the end customers say, okay, I want this. It's not a big brother, it's delivering value to me. So finally, the revenue stays at the same level as original, but you bring down the cost, and this is why in that setup, insurance telematics pays off. So it has a value to the end customer, it has a value to the business customer or the business user, and finally, IoT begins to work at this time. This is the consumer perspective as mentioned. We have done a lot of research, what is of interest to the end customer, and that's the important thing. We have this nice technology part, yeah, and everybody is first of all, the reaction is, this is never gonna work. Yeah, you cannot tell the damage at the car just because of this device after an accident, and neither can you calculate the cost of the repair. It's impossible. This is the first reaction. So everybody is focused on, does this really work? Is the technology mature enough? Blah, blah, blah. So we solve this. But then the real important question is this whole solution bringing value to the end customer? Do they accept it? Do they want it in their car? Because even if we solved all the tech part, yeah, the end customer would still say, this is Big Brother, I don't want that. It's just the insurance who gets a benefit. I need something for me. And this is why we did this. So we have a confirmation of many end customers saying, I want this. Yeah, I want even to pay for it. So we addressed both topics, the business outcome on the one hand and the end customer benefit on the other hand. And this is just to show you the logic behind this. Yeah, this was one example in the insurance industry, and this product, a digital drive, we deliver into a certain industry-specific use cases. So we do claims management. That was the example right now. We do fleet management. We do operational planning. So there is a lot of use cases you can deliver to the business customer. It all works on the same technology, more or less. Yeah? Sometimes you need specific extras and add-ons from partners, which in this case was the Zurich-based startup, yeah? Company called Spearhead. They deliver this crash notification and crash analysis part. We don't do this from Deutsche Telekom. Yeah? So we figured who is able to do something like that. Yeah? We were scouting interesting companies. We found this company, thought about this. Okay, this is a cool technology. What can this technology deliver on top of our standard product to the business users as well as to the end customers? Yeah, and of course, also if you think about a crash event, an accident, it's of course much more convenient for you. First of all, if you get severely injured, yeah, the insurance company knows it already, so they're giving you a phone call, and if you don't answer, they're gonna organize a rescue chain. This is of course very important. But even though it's a normal, not really severe accident, all the paperwork and stuff like that, it's streamlined extremely. Yeah? Before you show up at the dealer already, or the repair shop, they already know what's wrong with your car. So they can pre-order spare parts. They can organize the rental car. So you jump in, insurance has already talked to the repair shop and said, okay, this repair, so these are the parts, do this, are already approved and released by the insurance company, so that, of course, is a much better experience for you than to organize all yourself and fill out all the paperwork. Yeah, as mentioned, many use cases can be approached like this, and in closing, this is how we see or look at IoT. As mentioned, we need to combine two things. First of all, every product, every innovation needs to pay off. So we need to address the business users. Yeah, very often you have people doing their job and they need to be supported in becoming better doing their job. Yeah, and finally, it all comes down to money. So you need to be able to prove the cost. Either its revenue goes up or costs go down. And then secondly, we always need to satisfy an end customer. In almost every case, at the end of the value chain, there is an end customer who pays for something, and that money is distributed among other companies. Yeah, even though you're talking about a machine, this machine produces another machine maybe, or supports a product which is produced. So finally, at the end of the chain, there is an end customer. And you need to think about that, how this end customer can benefit of your innovation. And combining this in one overall solution, this is, I think, the trick we need and the mind shift when we talk about IoT. We do this most often with partners, so we concentrate on the core, as you see here in the picture. Yeah, we try to deliver connectivity and the overall operations. and an already standardized product. But then with these niche and spot solutions, yeah, like the claims management, or for fleet management, we have other partners like the Deutsche Autodienst. So we're scouting for these companies. They're very specialized in their markets. So we put them on top of our product. So we make sure our standard product is efficient, cost efficient. Yeah, what you can expect from a big company like Deutsche Telekom is secure, well, with data privacy and all that stuff. But then also has this very specific ingredients to make the life of a business user easier and to finally deliver a real and true customer experience. So that is our approach to that. And with that said, I'm open for questions. Thank you for your interest.
Thank you so much, Joachim.
Thanks.
Thank you. Are there any questions from the audience? Any curious people among you who want to understand this topic better? Now's your chance. If not, I brought one.
Oh, okay.
I got one. Can I ask you one question? So
yeah.
what's the, I tried to follow as I was preparing for the afternoon session. How can I understand the percentage between retrofit B2B and retrofit B2C products, like sensors?
In automotive?
Yeah, in automotive, concretely.
That's a good question. I actually don't know, to be very honest.
Okay, but there will be a development in both directions, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, every B2B product finally ends up in a B2C product. But I don't know. So as Deutsche Telekom, we target both markets. Currently, we see a lot more interest in B2C, and much more. It's easier to sell. It's a simpler product. And as I showed, the B2B products need a lot more maturity. So a little bit more time also in market introduction. So the wave will be a little bit behind, but maybe finally even bigger.
Thank you so much.
What I know is that line-fitted versus retrofitted, the parity roughly will be at 2022 or 23. So we will have more retrofitted cars with connectivity until 22, 23 than line-fitted. That's the number I know. The other one, I don't know.
Fantastic. Thanks for joining us here.
Great.
A big round of applause, please. Thank you so much.
Thank you.